Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Got to try and keep this one quick because I'm gasping for a shite. Why didn't you just wait until you'd had your shite and then record a beer review? I don't know, I just felt like doing the beer review now, so stop judging me. Anyway, today, a long awaited return to Tuol, and this is a can of the Orbital Movement Hazy IPA. Let's see, doesn't have anything specific there, just Orbital Movement Hazy IPA, Orbital Hazy IPA, classic Casper Liedert artwork, lovely. I do miss two Albina bottles, and yes, my stomach is making terrible noises. I might poison myself with my own shit in this video. Anyway, it's a new low, I suppose, but yeah. Looking very nice in terms of the label. What's the ABV on this? 6%, I think. Information, as always, will be in the description. Anyway, one of my favourite breweries, and a brewery that, for some reason, like Mikkeller, I put them together, obviously not just because of the Copenhagen, Denmark connection, but just because they were two of my favourite breweries, mixing art with beer. Although not really, it's just they've got really great people behind their artwork. Anyway, beer in the glass then, and doesn't that look lovely? Beautiful sort of like cloudy orange pink grapefruit juice look to it. Got a bit of pulp and heft. Sounds like a good name for a bar, that. One finger's worth of a nice creamy, foamy, come back to looking head. Let's see what we get on the nose. And it just smells like a really satisfying mid-afternoon hazy IPA. And I think I've said this before in a few videos, but you know, sometimes when you go to like a brewery tap or a bar, and more like a brewery tap, and the beers just, they have like a smell that's a little bit different than the canned or bottled version of that same beer. I'm smelling this, I'm being taken to a brewery tap. I don't know what it is, but it smells like an IPA. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird thing. But yeah, really nice and fruity, as you would expect. Got a lovely sweetness to it. Pineapple. Maybe a hint of mango. It's got a tropical element. Bit of pineapple, and there's a soft sweet citrusy aroma. He's just saying the same words he says in every IPA, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it smells really nice. So without any further ado, let's give it a taste. Cheers everyone. Nice mid-mouth feel to it. Not mid as in the contemporary term for boring. I think that's what people mean when they say, oh, that's such a mid. I don't even know how to say it. I'm from that generation, yeah. I'm so fucking older than that generation. I fucking hate millennials and Gen Z especially. Just fucking arseholes, just really tedious arseholes who always have to have like a passionate opinion about something or some stupid cause. I'm not right wing or alt-right, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Andrew Tate is one of the most tedious people to listen to. Plus he's just a bit of a knob all round, isn't he, really? But yeah, what I mean by mid mouthfeel, it's not too creamy, but it's not too watery. Perfect for its ABV and its drinkability. Fantastic. Great beer. Great beer. Certainly not helping myself with my political allegiances, or assumed. You can't assume someone's political allegiances. I mock stuff on the left and I mock stuff on the right, or that's probably reversed, depending. I can't remember how it comes across on the camera, whether it flips stuff around. I don't know. I just like a good Donald Trump impression. just as much as I like a good Jimmy Savile impression. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Oh. Anyway, it's got this sort of like, how do I describe it? The go-to sort of thing, I would say, although it's not really like this at all, but that's just what my mind's telling me. But my body, anyway, is, it reminds me of like a citrusy vitamin tablet that you dissolve in water. It's got that sort of, not medical thing, but just something that, you know, sort of like Lucozade tablets that people used to think were sweets, but no, they were just so you could put in water so you get Lucozade. Like adding something to make water interesting and actually drinkable. That's the sort of almost impression I'm getting with this. It's very, very nice. A little bit dry, bitter on the back end. That sweetness you get in the nose is there, but not as much as the nose would lead you to believe. And yeah, it's just, it's not going to blow your socks off. And I've had plenty of 12 beers that of this style that have been much more flavoursome and in your face. But you know what my channel's like now. If I'm reviewing a beer and it's just alright, or it's a boring beer, I'm going to stop the review, because nobody wants to see a review of a mid beer. You want something that's either going to disgust the person who's drinking it to the point that they will say something on camera, or something that's actually got something about it that you should give a try. Yeah, it's very, very good. It's solid. It's got that, and this is another weird thing, he said it smells like a tap room beer. It also has that hoppy taste that's fruity, but it's not like a specific fruit, it's just a very fruitful hop character, because you get like that green crumbled like freshness from it. I wish I knew what I was talking about. So you go, he's absolutely bang on, or no, Peter, you completely misinterpret it. I just sometimes say stuff about beer where people think, I don't actually know what you mean by that. But yeah, it's very, very satisfying. The bitterness and dryness on the back end, it makes you want to take another sip. A little bit sherbety, I would say. There's definitely a slight citrus acidic character without it being acidic. Weird way to emphasise the C at the end of acidic, but it is what it is. I don't make the rules. But it's lovely. I'm really, really enjoying that. Perfect. 4-pack of that. Weather's nice. Maybe you're sitting on the riverbank in Copenhagen. Just, you know, takes me back to when I was sat in Regensburg, sat by the river on the edge. Nice breeze. Sheesh to the left of me. A few bottles of Augustina that are slightly chilled, just with people you care about. Your family have come over to Germany. That's the sort of like wholesome feel you get from this. But I would say people probably say, oh, it's just an alright IPA. I think it's more than that. But you can get much more exciting flavoursome beers from 2-0. Anyway, I'm happy with it. Lovely stuff indeed. And yeah, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I've got quite a few 2-0 videos on the channel. If you don't have to, and I don't think people do, go back to watch previous reviews just because I say, oh, go check out what I thought of this beer 2 years ago. No one's interested. But it is what it is. Anyway, love stuff. Still gasping for a shit. And yeah, links in the description. Bye!